Do you enjoy using the Contact Form 7 plugin for WordPress? Contact Form 7 is a popular WordPress plugin that allows website owners to create and manage contact forms on their websites. Now, you can customize your form, but only to some extent. Contact Form 7 doesn't provide any customization for styling. Editing CSS style sheets is the best method to style contact forms. In this video, we're going to discuss various CSS codes that can help you to customize your contact form. But before we start, we post WordPress-related content regularly, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. Let's get started. First, let's learn how to install the Contact Form 7 plugin and how to configure it. To install the Contact Form 7 plugin, all you need to do is, in your WordPress admin dashboard, hover over Plugins and click on Add New. Now here, simply search for Contact Form 7. From various plugins here, this is the plugin we're looking for. Simply click on Install Now. You can see the plugin has over 5+ million installations and is compatible with the WordPress version. Once installed, click on Activate. Once done, let's see how to configure the plugin. To do so, hover over Contact and click on Contact Forms. You can see I have one form here created by default. This is the form shortcode. I don't need this, so let's delete this form from here. Now let's create a new form. Simply click on Add New, and we're going to give this form a name here. Some fields are added here by default, like name, email, subject, and message, along with the Submit button. You can use various form tags and add fields here accordingly. Scrolling a little, you can find various related settings here. Now, this video is a little different. If you want to learn how to create a contact form using the Contact Form 7 plugin, then we have a short video explaining that as well. I'll link the video in the description below, or you can also click on the eye icon in the top right corner of the screen to view the video. Once everything is in place, simply click on the Save button. You can see the form has been saved. Now, this is the form shortcode, which you can use to embed this contact form on your site. You can copy the shortcode from here as well. Now, to embed the same, simply hover over Pages and click on Add New. You can follow the same process to add this contact form to existing pages. Let me give this page a title over here. Now, let's insert the shortcode block like this. Simply paste the shortcode here like this. Once done, simply click on Publish, and now let's view the page from the front. You can see the contact form in action here. This is how easy it is to install and create a contact form using the Contact Form 7 plugin. Once the contact form is created, next is installing a custom CSS plugin and adding a form background. When it comes to customizing the appearance of Contact Form 7 forms, or CF7, on your WordPress website, you can use custom CSS to achieve the desired styling. While CF7 does not provide a built-in option for adding custom CSS, you can use a custom CSS plugin to add your styles specifically for CF7 forms. To do so, simply move back to the WordPress dashboard. Hover over Plugins and click on Add New. Simply search for Simple Custom CSS and JS. From the list of various plugins, this is the plugin we're looking for. So simply click on Install Now, and you can see the number of active installations, plugin ratings, and various details over here. Now, once installed, simply click on Activate. You can see the plugin has been installed and activated. To configure the plugin, simply hover over the custom CSS and JS and click on All Custom Code. Now we can customize our WordPress site's appearance by easily adding custom CSS and JS code without even having to modify your theme or plugin files. To add a custom CSS code for the background color, all we need to do is click on Add CSS Code. Let's give this code snippet a name first. Now let's simply add the custom CSS code here. I'm going to add the code in the description below. You can copy it from there. You can simply customize the code as per your requirement. You can replace the color hex code here as per your need. Once done, simply publish the code. Moving to the front to check the changes, you can see the form's background color changes to green. You can simply keep changing the hex code here and set it accordingly. Don't forget to update the changes. Once done, simply refresh the page and you can see the changes here. And this is how easy it is to install a custom CSS plugin and add a form background. Now it's time to learn how to add form background when using Elementor as a page builder. Incorporating your brand's colors, logo, or design elements into the contact form background helps reinforce your brand identity and maintain consistency throughout your website. As you can see, this is the contact form whose background color I want to change. To do so, simply edit the page with Elementor. Simply go to Column Settings, move to the Style tab. Here you can see the background settings. Simply click on the pen icon, and from here you can select the color. You can use a color picker like this to set the background color. Now, you can also set an image in the background. You can simply select the image from the media library. And once done, you can see the image has been added here. So this is how easy it is to add a background color or image of a form when using Elementor. Now we're going to learn how to add the border to a contact form with CSS. A border can provide a visual structure to your contact form, helping to organize the various form fields and elements. To do so, simply move back, and here we will add a CSS to add a border to the contact form. You can customize the code accordingly, like you can customize the border width, and you can also change the border color. Once done, don't forget to update the changes. Moving to the front to check the changes, you can see the border has been added here. Let me change the border width and the color over here to show you how the code works. Once the changes are done, simply click on Update. Moving to the front end and refreshing the page, you can see the changes over here. This is how easy it is to add the border to a contact form with CSS. Now let's look forward to adding a border to a contact form when using Elementor as a page builder. You can achieve this functionality by customizing this code over here, which we inserted earlier to add the background color. You can simply add the border code here like this. Once done, simply update the code. Moving back and refreshing the page, you can see the same code works with Elementor as well. Now, there's another way you can add background color and border to your contact form when working with Elementor. To do so, simply deactivate the code from here. Once done, let's now edit the page with Elementor. Now simply move to Column Settings, and under the Style tab, you can find Background Settings. We've already learned how to set the background color in this video earlier. Moving to the Border Settings, you can select the border type from here. You can select from various options over here. You can see the preview on the right. To change the border color, you can do it from here. You can also set the border width from here. You can even set the border radius. You can use these settings and customize the form background and border accordingly. This is how easy it is to add a border when using Elementor. This trick is all about how to add shadow to a contact form. A shadow effect can create a sense of depth and dimension on your web page. By adding a subtle shadow to the contact form, it appears to be floating above the background, giving it a three-dimensional appearance. This can make the form visually appealing and engaging to users. Now, first we're going to learn how to achieve this functionality with CSS. To do so, let's simply add the CSS here. I'm mentioning the CSS here in the description, and you can copy it from there. Now let me activate this code here. Once done, let's move back and check CSS in action. On refreshing, you can see the contact form shadow over here. Now, in order to customize the shadow, we're going to move to an amazing website. I'll mention the link in the description below, and you can visit that website using the link. The name of that amazing website is cssmatic.com. This is the website, and you can simply go to Box Shadow. You can see this box here, which will be your contact form. Now you can make changes and customize the shadow from here. As soon as I make any changes here, you can see the preview. Making changes here will generate a code in the box, and then we can copy that code and use it to customize the shadow. You can make changes here as per your requirements. You can even select the shadow color from here. You can customize the background color, box color, and various other things. Once you're done with the changes, you can simply copy the code from the box here. Once copied, move back and replace the code here. When done, simply update the changes. Now, earlier you see this is how the shadow appears. Let's refresh the page to check the changes. On refreshing, you can see how beautiful the contact form looks. This is how easy it is to customize the form shadow with CSS. Now, how do I do it when using Elementor as the page builder? To do so, first let's deactivate the CSS. Moving back and refreshing, you can see the simple contact form here without any customization. To customize the box shadow, simply edit the page with Elementor. Move to the column settings. Under the Style tab, you can configure background and border-related settings, and under Border Settings, you can find Box Shadow. But first, let's set the background color, which we already learned in this video earlier. Once done, let's set the border from here. And now let's customize the box shadow. And you can see various settings over here. You can play with these settings and customize as per your requirement. You can even edit the box shadow color from here. You can select the color using the color picker. Change it as many times as you want. Once done, don't forget to update the changes. This is how easy it is to customize the box shadow with CSS and Elementor. Now the next trick is all about how to change form width with CSS. As you can see, this is how the form appears as of now. To change the width of this contact form, all you need to do is simply enter the CSS for the same. I'll mention the code in the description, you can copy it from there. You can customize the width in the code as per your need. Now let's move back and check the changes. On refreshing, you can see the change in the width of the contact form. This is how easy it is to change the width of the contact form with CSS. In this amazing trick, you'll learn how to customize the form input fields with CSS. You'll learn how to customize the font, text area, etc. of the input fields. As of now, you can see this is how the contact form appears. To add a border and customize the input field, all you need to do is move back and add the CSS code for the same. I'm mentioning it in the description below. You can copy it from there. You can now customize the code as per your requirement. You can customize the font, font size, font weight, etc. using this CSS code. You can even add the box shadow to the input fields using this code. Once done, don't forget to click on the Update button. Now let's move back and check the changes. On refreshing, you can see the changes here. This is how easy it is to customize the form input field with CSS. The coming up trick is all about how to reduce the text area height of the contact form with CSS. As of now, you can see this is the contact form. To customize the height of this form, all you need to do is enter the respective CSS code. So let's paste the CSS code here, and I'll mention the code in the description below. You can copy it from there. Using this code, you can customize the text area height of the contact form. Once added, you can simply update the code. Now let's check the code in action. On refreshing, you can see the changes here. Now you can set the form height here as per your requirement. This is how easy it is to reduce the text area height of the contact form with CSS. This amazing trick is all about how to customize submit button sizes with CSS. As you can see, this is the contact form here, and this is how the submit button appears for now. To customize the size of this submit button, all you need to do is move back to add the CSS code. I'm adding the code here, but I'll leave the code in the description and you can copy it from there. Once done, let's update the changes. It's now time to check those changes, and on refreshing, you can see the changes here. Moving back, here you can customize the button width. Now, you can also set the button position by modifying the code like this. Once done, simply update the changes. You can see the result here. This is how easy it is to customize the size and position of the submit button. This trick is all about how to completely customize the submit button with CSS. Now, what if you want to completely customize the button, like font color, background color, etc.? As you can see here, this is the contact form for my website, and this is what the Submit button looks like. To completely customize the button, let's move back and add the CSS code. I'm entering the code here. I'll leave the code in the description and you can copy it from there. This is the code to change the button color, font size, font weight, etc. Once done, simply update the changes. And now let's move back and check those changes live. On refreshing the page, you can see the change in the Submit button. Moving back to the code, you can customize the code accordingly. Like you can define the color, font size, font weight, background, padding, border, border radius, etc. You can even customize button hover settings. You can also set the transition time from here. As per the code, this is how it works. You can make changes accordingly and update those changes. Once done, let's move back and check the form live. When refreshed, you can see the changes here. This is how the CSS works. This is how easy it is to completely customize the Submit button. And this was the whole video. I hope you learned a lot from this one. If you have any problems or need help, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button. If you're new to our channel, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.